Hi, welcome to the video. So once again, the channel was able to reach a new milestone, now at 9,000 subscribers, just about 1,000 away from the 10,000 mark, which will be groundbreaking when it eventually happens. But as of right now, I just want to say I appreciate all the people that have watched my videos over time and all the people that have subscribed to the channel. And of course, those more in recent time when I've been making my short videos to do with football and mysteries, summarising bits and bobs up. So yeah, that's really good to reach the now 9,000 subscriber mark at this moment in time. I'm speaking at this moment in time of when I looked at the numbers. I think it was last night I did get to 9,000, but I just wanted to give it, a bit of time in between, just in case it went backwards and it went down to 8,000. That would have been a bit of a funny moment, wouldn't it? And kind of awkward. So I always say at this moment in time of speaking at 9,000 subscribers and still slowly going up at a steady rate, which is very good to see and positive. I'm going to try and, I don't think I'll be able to get to 10,000 by the end of this year, but I'll try and push as hard as possible and try and focus on short videos when I can. And yeah, we just see what happens. And besides, the shout out to all the people that have watched the videos and have subscribed, the other big shout out to every single person that has supported the channel in some way or another, whether it be those with super chats or super stickers, very good of them, or if it's gifted memberships to other people on the channel, that's also very good, or just simply becoming a member, oneself. And if not that, shout out to the people over time that have reached out with certain information, intel, material, tips, with cases and mysteries if someone has found something. And even shout out to the people that have enabled me and allowed me to maybe use a bit of their footage, when comparing things with one another. It all comes together, okay? One person, one group complements another, put it all in one space. That's good. And movement forwards, okay? So yeah, steady growth, that's all fine. What I do also want to combine into this video, just so it's of a suitable length, there will be some channel updates, changes to this channel, so it's a bit more efficient, okay? So when it comes to the Dylan Rounds case and coverage, I'm going to keep it as it is. I'm not really going to make any changes there because it seems to work with those videos, as well as it's quite interactive because there's been quite a few interactive people when it comes to that community, on the channel. People sharing their thoughts, opinions, etc. It has been useful. It's been interesting, and maybe at times it has been entertaining away from all the seriousness, right? So that will remain the same, the format of the videos and how we go about them. There's not much to cover at this moment in time, but if I ever do go back to the Dylan Rounds case, or there's a video that suddenly needs to be made, it'll follow the same format. But with the Kenny Veach M-Cave videos, which are still active, still ongoing, one thing that I did incorporate in recent time, which may have been not the best of things to do, was including reading out comments in the videos, in those Kenny Veach ones. I did cater so the new groundbreaking information, the findings, the breaking news came first, rather than the comments. If you remember, with the Dylan Rounds case, I'd start some videos off, if not most, by looking at the comments of the previous video, catching up on questions, answering them, reading out important info, etc. I tried implementing that within the Kenny Veach case, M-Cave mystery, but I switched it around in the order I do it in. But I don't think it has the same effect as the Dylan Rounds case in terms of how the video performs and the levels of interaction, right? So it's best just not including reading out the comments in the Kenny Veach M-Cave important videos, just at a full focus. And the watch duration, average watch duration, slightly improves. So I think, because I did look at the analytics, the statistics and patterns, that there was a significant drop-off in viewer attention rates when it came to later on in the video, where I transitioned from talking about the case to then moving on to the comments. People didn't seem as interested by that part. And because of that, the statistics dropped off, decreased. So then YouTube would have detected and been notified about that. So they would have been less likely to push the video out there to spread the awareness, right? So that being the case, doesn't sound too good, right? So what I'm going to do in terms of the changes, when it comes to the important videos where we need to get straight to the point, right? Still with context and a backstory, so people know what we're talking about. But when it comes to the hard-hitting stuff, the breaking news, the new discoveries, the interesting videos where there is stuff to talk about, that's what the video will be about, right? As for the comments section from previous videos, that can be done separately. You might wonder, what does that mean? Well, at times where there's not much to cover on a certain day, well, then I can look back and do a video answering the questions and the comments of the previous videos, trying to do a catch-up. You've seen recently when I've done some Dylan Rounds videos, I called it Dylan Rounds Catch-Up with comments, an individual video, which originally would have been a portion involved in, a much bigger picture of a video on the case. So by separating it, it means more videos over time, but it also means that the important videos are primarily focused on that relevant thing. And the comments with other stuff can be done in a separate video, separate discussion, separate interaction. So I think it's worthwhile. I mean, like last night, was it, when I did the video all about the tent, sword, campsite, Kenny Veach, was it found, yes or no, does it link to him? That's what it was all about. And once I finished, that was it for the video. I didn't go into the comment section. As of this morning, when checking at the analytics, 600 to 700 views, which is really good to see. I guess the average watch duration was longer this time round. And as for the live viewers that were watching, it was around the 50 to 57 viewer mark on average, which is really good. There wasn't really a drop off there. Only up to the very end where I said, all in all, that's it for now, which you would expect. So if it's possible to increase the watch duration, to increase the attention span, right? And keep the video relevant to what it's talking about, then YouTube will acknowledge that in a positive way and push it out there, which also means that if the video can be put out there more, then more of the general public will be able to learn about the Kenny Veach case, and the more likely it is for the Kenny Veach case to remain alive and active and to be able to spread awareness for the right reasons. So you see how something so small can be adjusted, fine-tuned, which then opens up more space and maybe more growth, and also keeping the case alive. So all kinds of things can come from that as well. One thing and one key thing to acknowledge, the difference with the Kenny Veach case to the Dylan Rounds case. The Dylan Rounds case has more interaction at the time during the live premiere. The Kenny Veach case, the Kenny Veach M Cave mystery, and I just wanted to explain this because Badger Life, it might put some things into perspective, possibly. Not literally, but a portion of it. Is that when it comes to the Kenny Veach M Cave mystery, it seems like majority of people, if present during a live premiere, don't chat, don't interact in the chat, which is fine. But people do the talking afterwards in the comment section. So if you look back Badger Live, you'll check the comments and there's more people there leaving comments, which you probably wouldn't normally see in the live chat. And that's just probably because majority of the people that watch the Kenny Veach M Cave mystery videos want to learn, want to be able to listen and focus in on the video itself and not be distracted by those or randoms in the chat. So it's a very interesting contrast to the Dylan Rounds case, of course. Maybe in some way or another, as like a general perspective, holistically speaking, vaguely speaking, that more people in the Kenny Veach case are more invested and would rather sit in silence, watch and learn, and then share their thoughts afterwards in the comment section, compared to those that want to actively participate in the chat and try and listen and learn as they go along in the Dylan Rounds case. These are just little observations, okay? And I just wanted to provide this update to you so you're aware of what's currently happened. Of course, being able to reach 9,000 subscribers, I appreciate that. That's good to see at this moment in time. But as well, changes to the channel to help improve the growth, help, more importantly, to improve awareness of the cases out there. Now, maybe some people could say, well, why not do it with the Dylan Rounds case? See, the problem is, when it comes to the Dylan Rounds case, I think fairly early on when I did videos, I did start looking at the comment section. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it was still performing fairly well. And in terms of the active amount of live viewers at that time, it was higher than maybe during the days of the Kenny Veach case earlier on. So it seemed like it was acknowledgement I was heading in the right direction. Maybe time has shifted ever since. Maybe I can try it as an experiment someday, but just need to be in a position where there is material, interesting information to cover on the Dylan Rounds case. Make a video about it, all about that one particular thing, but don't mention the comment section, just to see if the viewer attention, retention rates change or not for the positive. If there is a clear positive correlation across all boards and all cases, then it'll highlight, you know, maybe this is the way to go forwards in the future. And then whenever we need a catch up with the comments, can always do that in a separate standalone video the day after the main one, like a debrief session, right? So there's different ways to go about it. Still in the process of experimenting just to see what works and what doesn't for the most optimal viewing experience and outcome, okay? So see what happens next. I don't know if I'll do a video later on. Maybe I can look back at the comments of last night's video and then the one before that, right? Put it into practice. So yesterday did a standalone focused video, and then maybe today we do the debrief catch-up one. Maybe. But yeah, thanks to anyone that did watch this video, and hopefully you understand the slight changes and adjustment to the channel. And yeah, thanks for watching. I might see you later or the day after, okay?